Merry Christmas and welcome to a Christmas special of the Running Channel podcast.
It's a great day to be alive.
It is, and it's even greater because I have got the two of you a gift.
Well, at the moment, the gift is that Rick hasn't started singing yet.
I know, I had to get in quick.
He was threatening to do it.
I thought after 99 episodes, it was time for me to do an Andy and get you both a present.
Oh, hello.
And I thought we could don them for this episode as well. Are you ready?
Is it going to be hot?
No, it's going to be much colder than the hat that you're wearing right now, which you can take off because this is equally as Christmassy. Are you ready?
And then we're going to have a catch up, right? Well, then we're going to talk about the fact we've been to Malaga Marathon and Half Marathon.
Yeah.
And also we've got an incredible quiz to get through today.
Yeah, but first, Merry Christmas!
No way.
Okay, so for non-YouTube viewers, or listeners rather, that is a very beautiful printed T-shirt with Rick's face all over it.
Hilarious.
Now, here's how I've done the distribution of sizes.
So am I wearing the one with your face on it?
Rick's got himself because he cares about himself. You've got me and I've got you.
That's so
and
true.
I've used the first photo shoot that we ever did for this podcast. So Andy's definitely drawn the short straw of your face.
Brilliant. Okay, so I look ridiculous. Rick is going to be wearing himself, and I'm going to be wearing you,
I'm not
Sarah.
sure my teeth are that yellow.
Right, should we pop them on and then carry on?
So we'll do the magic of the edit. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Why am I wearing my own face there and you two?
Basically,
It's a reflection of your ego.
Right. Okay.
100%.
Yeah, so I thought that me and Andy could do a swap, and then you probably of all the faces that you want on your T-shirt, I just thought you'd want you.
You're right. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much,
Yeah,
Sarah.
thanks, Sarah.
You're
Thanks,
so
Sarah.
welcome. And they arrived yesterday, so literally perfect
Just in
timing.
time.
You should have seen before you guys arrived this morning. I was frantically running around the office because they got delivered somewhere else. But they got here.
Very much worth
It's a
it.
Christmas miracle.
Well, it's just another reminder of what each other look like. And it's not that we really need that because we have spent the last week together.
Yes.
We have, yes.
It's one of those where this podcast could descend very quickly into madness because we've been out at the Malaga Marathon and Half Marathon weekend and also had the Running Channel kind of Christmas celebrations out there.
We have. We've learned a lot about one another. We've learned a lot about the team as well, mainly everyone's ability to blow up a balloon.
Oh my gosh.
Varying degrees of success.
There's someone in our office who used to be a triathlete.
Yeah.
His name's Stuart.
Yes.
And
Stuart can't blow up a balloon.
Blow up a balloon.
Yeah.
To save his life.
He's never had a birthday party in his house.
Yeah.
We were playing the game where you have to blow up a balloon and then use the air within the balloon to then blow a cup to the other side of the table.
Very good game.
And
Very
he
good
couldn't
game.
blow it up at all.
That was a real highlight. I mean, that sounds quite pathetic, but I don't think I've ever laughed so hard. A few of us the next morning were saying that our ribs and abs were physically hurting from just that.
Yeah, well, the whole weekend was amazing, and we met some amazing people. So we took about 100 people out with us to the Malaga half or full marathon.
Yes,
Malaga, south coast of Spain.
Yeah,
beautiful. Also, we had people from literally all over the world: Australia, Canada,
South Africa,
Netherlands,
Slovenia.
Barnsley,
Leeds,
yeah,
from everywhere, and it was so wonderful. We did a shakeout run, and then everyone who would come, they were either doing the half or the full marathon.
Yeah,
me and Rick did the half. 2 people from our team did the full marathon. So everyone was a bit sore afterwards.
Yeah, it was quite bizarre in the fact that the whole of TRC went, and you would have thought of those people. Well, there's a lot of runners in there, so a lot of people would either do the marathon or half marathon. But one of the few people actually running was me.
Back to you. Should we
bring it back to you. But I wasn't running. I've been building up to this half marathon for ages, and then just a week out, I hurt my calf again, other calf this time, and very frustratingly, I had to be a spectator. But Rick, you were quite complimentary about my spectating.
I saw you at least maybe 4 times. Actually,
4 or 5 times.
You really made the effort.
So Andy just bothering to turn up
he
really superseded your expectations.
Yeah, in some quite spectacular places around the course. I was actually wondering how you got from A to B, and I thought you must have done that much running as a spectator. You should have just run.
Well, you didn't look very impressed a few times when I saw you. Actually, you looked less and less impressed as the race went on, because you set off quite ambitiously. Do you want to talk about what time you're aiming for?
Well, I was kind of going for roughly like 10 to 2.
No, you weren't. Don't lie to me. You said specifically beforehand, because on your previous half marathon in Oxford, where you ran an incredible PB, you did run 7 minutes to 2, but you were aiming for 5 past 2.
Correct.
And then for this one, you said 5:22. So you'd admitted to the fact that you kind of have this pace that your legs settle into, and then you went for that. 5-2. But for the first 16K, because I was also not only supporting on the course, I was tracking you so I could see how fast you were going.
Proper pro you are.
Thanks, mate. You were on for under 150. So you'd have been there before 10-2.
Yeah.
I just can't believe
I've got so much to say on this. So
great.
Of course you have. That's why you've got a t-shirt of your own face.
Yeah. So I got a bug the week before we went off the toddler, and it
your
was
toddler.
Is that how you refer to him?
off Albie.
Okay.
So the boy gave me a bug, and I was definitely on the line of whether or not actually I could compete. I was in the grey zone of, am I well enough to go? Am I not? Yeah. And then got to the day.
You know what really helped that?
Yeah,
having a massive night out
on
the Friday.
Yeah,
the race was Sunday. We get there. We all travelled out on Friday, and in classic running tunnel style, about everything actually, we just did not pace ourselves.
No, not at all.
So that the Friday night was a little bit later and a bit more riotous than we probably would have planned. Yeah. And that's always your influence. Always.
I can't. Do you know what? I'm trying to picture where we went for dinner and what happened on Friday. Oh, yeah. You couldn't remember anything after the starters.
Yeah.
Oh, what a restaurant that was.
Yeah, there were like,
up until the starters for you.
Yeah.
The rest of the meal was very nice as well.
Everyone was just full of joie de vivre, though. Everyone was just
in Spain.
Yeah,
it was so good.
Everyone was full of maracas.
But you guys were sat at the other side of the table to this, but one of our team, so you chose like meat, fish or veg, and then it was a kind of a like tapas-y type meal. Well, I didn't ask what you chose. Did you hear him?
Yeah.
Fish.
Yeah, it's not always about you.
It's not about you.
You're so vain. I think you think this podcast is about you.
Oh, God.
But one of our team is veggie, so he ordered like veggie stuff, and it was honestly beautiful. Every single starter was a different variation of a carrot.
It was just carrots 5 ways.
My favourite bit was they just brought him. They were bringing us like a meat platter, a cheese platter, like all of this different stuff, and then poor Mark just got brought two carrots.
2 carrots on a bed of lettuce.
But back to the race.
Yeah.
I just want to briefly touch on Andy's spectating style.
Oh, no.
Because
I think it's excellent.
It genuinely brings joy. So I also ran the half. We paced
Jonah,
a wonderful subscriber, Jonah, to his very first half marathon, and we made a video about it. Me and Jess paced him, and it was such a fun race. One of my favourite moments, though, of the race was hearing Andy, because it's not often that we see Andy in a spectating kind of persona.
No, it is quite rare.
Usually you're flying off ahead down the course.
Yeah,
it genuinely brought joy to see your face, like smiling and cheering us on the sidelines. I looked out for your green puffer jacket. And then what gave me even more joy is hearing every single time we go past you saying, "Go on, buddy. You can do it, buddy. Go on, buddy."
That wasn't to you.
Yes, buddy. No, I know. It was totally to Jonah. Yeah. But yeah, I just felt like a proud dad cheering us on.
That's translated from my son's football supporting.
Go on, buddy.
Where I'm like, great job,
buddy.
But I think it's
great job, buddy.
I don't say it quite like that though. I think
Go on, buddy.
Yeah. I was like, because he's 8, so I'm like, yeah, great job, buddy. That's such a good goal. Well done. You've worked really well together as a team.
It was hard though. I mean, Jonah did so well. Did he do 1:57?
Whoa! Heard it here first.
Oh yeah, that's a reveal for a big video that we're making, mate. What are you talking about? So yeah,
I couldn't possibly deny.
What did he do? 2:23?
Yeah, 3, 4,
3, 4,
5. Some say he's still out on the course now.
Something that you will like though, Rick. We can turn this back to you. What time did you run in the end?
Ooh.
So it was you struggled a little bit for that last 5K because it was an out and back around a point along the beach.
I found it so hard. It was warm compared to what I trained in. It was a bit hillier, but not much. I think it was only 180 meters of elevation in the.
But they were like
course,
slow slogs. The hills.
Yeah. I ran 8 minutes to 2. So
1:52 for those who don't speak Rick speak.
Yeah.
1:52.17.
So
very good.
5:18 a kilometre. So 90 seconds off my PB.
Does that mean 2025?
So you took a brand new PB?
Yeah, brand new PB.
I think we need to sound the PB klaxon. Oh, Sarah's got her buzzer for the quiz, which is upcoming. So you've got to wait for that.
But I mean, doing a half marathon or a marathon in Spain is very different to doing a half marathon in the UK. There was quite a bit of corner cutting. Quite a bit.
Oh my gosh, yeah, can we talk about that?
No, not from me.
I guarantee Rick will have done it as well.
Well, I mean, I tweaked it. But it was very different. So in the UK, if there's a corner, generally it'll be lined with spectators or the course will be marked with tape. So here, and I noticed it was the same in Valencia last year, people were just taking the corner and then running up and down the pavement. And they were like, people walking their dogs saying, "Get out the way."
Yeah.
And it is quite an aggressive start to
also
it was quite busy to the whole
busy.
To explain as well, the half marathon marathon start together. So if you're going to run a 4-hour marathon or a 2-hour half marathon, you run together in the same wave, and then at 21.1 kilometers you peel off into the finish, and the poor marathon people just have to keep going
past
so that's a
half finish.
unique experience, but it does mean that the kind of field thins out massively into the marathon.
And then also the marathon course, so the half marathon course is lovely. You've got a couple of out and backs which are a bit savage, but then the marathon course
different.
Yeah, so we got a taxi to the airport yesterday, and before that we'd gone up to a viewpoint, like right to the top kind of hill, castle. Looking over everything. And I was asking the guys who had run the marathon, I was like, oh, did you go around here? And they were like, God, it looks really busy from up here. It was barren where we were. They're like, there were no buildings or anything. And then we were in the taxi on the way back to the airport, and after about 10 minutes of driving, they go, oh, that's where we went. And it was like the athletic stadium that you drive past
they went
on the way
around
back.
The stadium, didn't they?
Which is incredible. But yeah, it is basically, one of them was saying that it felt like they just ran 10K in a straight line down the road, turned around and then came back.
I mean, the climate in Malaga's amazing. It did get warm, and the guys who were doing the marathon, by the time we finished, I think it was about 17 or 18 by the time they finished. But I mean, you were right on the south coast of Spain, and you know, it's 21 on Christmas Day there, so it is a beautiful place. And the sun was coming down. There wasn't much wind on the day of the race either, but it's a beautiful place to run, but just a completely different experience. From etiquette to the start line. I mean, you get hyped on a start line in the UK, like just me and you in Oxford 2 months ago. Like, there's a hype man, but this was like a hype man on acid. Like it was like the guy was literally losing the plot. I thought he was going to pop.
What with the countdown?
Yeah, the countdown.
Because it's quite like a rapid. Yeah. Like everyone kind of basically starts together. Like you've got 30 seconds between like going. But yeah, it was. And it was like
taped pens. The pens were taped. So like, imagine police tape. There's been a murder. Like it was basically like there was in every. You got to the front
of a race before. That's quite a normal thing.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. You know what you'll find out next year when you do a marathon.
Oh yeah, watch this space. Watch this space.
Welcome to the new running joke.
Anyway, it was very congested, and I suppose another thing that I noticed that people went through the line very quickly because people were so packed together on the start, and it was big, wide open Spanish boulevards that you were kind of running down, and you had to kind of try to find the racing line. You know, normally you look for the racing line. You're like, well, how can I keep this tight, and how much am I going to run over? I mean, I think I ran 400 meters over the course distance.
Okay, from weaving. There were a lot of people trying to, even when I was spectating, there were people jumping up on the pavement, coming around me and stuff. I think pavement Spanish boulevards are Alamedas, maybe?
Alamedas, Spanish Alamedas.
Yeah.
But yeah, spectacular.
And I enjoyed walking over to the start with our amazing crew of people. So not just the Running Channel team, but the 100 or so people that had come with us out there to run and have that experience of the whole weekend of kind of socializing with us in the hotel, which was really nice. We also did a kind of an impromptu, well, it wasn't impromptu, but we didn't record it. We did a sort of almost live performance of the podcast for everybody on Sunday night as well, which was a lot of fun. You guys made me stand up. I really wanted to sit down.
Yeah, I know. We wanted to roam, didn't we?
Yeah, you did.
Have a little roam around. But yeah, the 100%.
You didn't even run.
I know. I was tired from spectating. It's hard work.
It is hard work standing up for that long. Yeah. But yeah, the community absolutely made that the best weekend possible. Like, thanks so much if you came along, because I loved chatting to everyone. It was so good.
And Spanish breakfast, so good.
Wow.
Me and Andy like the people. Rick likes
the Spanish breakfast. They went on for 2 hours.
Actually, I also, can I just say, went for a swim in the sea. That was lovely.
Well, yes. Sorry, the day when you came, the final day.
Yeah.
Wow,
that was impressive. Yeah, I definitely enjoyed the people. There were some lovely people who completely unprompted came up to me and said how much they're enjoying the club because it saved their relationship. Because
they saved their relationship.
Yeah, because they've been using the Running Channel Club as their kind of outlet for all of their running chat to just kind of, I guess, stop.
Sorry, saved their relationship.
Yeah, because they no longer have to say to their partner who doesn't like running, or their friendship group who doesn't like running, they don't have to talk to them about running anymore.
They just
because
there are
loads of people in the club who they can talk to. I think the best thing as well was obviously we are loving using the club, and if you're in the club as well, you will see like just the camaraderie, the friendship. It is so cool. What was even cooler is seeing the club like come to life in real life. People who had never met in real life before were going out to dinner together.
Yeah, that was nice. Sharing a room.
Yeah. They are going to come to the National Running Show, which is in...
Sorry, flashback.
Yeah, Rick and I shared together, and I got to fully experience Rick's skincare regime. I say fully experience it, fully witness it.
It must have been about 4 a.m. one morning, and we had a night out. And my arm, honestly, it was completely unintentionally. I had one of those big metal clunky water bottles.
Yes, you did.
I knocked it over, but the top was off, so it just went straight into his face, covered him at water, and he went, he must have been fast asleep, and he still managed to go, "You muppet."
Well, so Rick is one of my closest friends. You guys are both my friends. Rick is a very thoughtful guy. He's very considerate and all of the stuff that maybe doesn't come across on the podcast. But then as a slightly drunk late night roommate, much less considerate, I would say. So the water bottle was just the tip of the iceberg. He spent a lot of the rest of the weekend throwing himself around in his single bed like a toddler. If anyone has had a child crawl into bed with them that starfishes and makes so much noise.
Did you have single beds or were you in a double?
We had single beds. No, we weren't sharing a bed. There's no top and tail. But yeah, and like
oh my gosh.
he would stagger up to get a drink in the middle of the night, and then honestly, all I could hear, it wasn't, like
you're an awful human being. You're so awful.
So probably 2 hours before he tipped the water on me, I'd been woken up at 2 a.m. to him running the tap really loud, getting the water, and then just sitting on the bed quite close to me going...
Didn't you also come back from spectating the marathon to find Rick in the bath?
Oh, yes.
Wanting a little chat with you?
Oh, yes. Maybe we can play this audio file. I don't know. So I've got a video. I've got a video of Rick.
I was listening to Springsteen.
Shall I paint the picture for our audio listeners? So imagine a very pink man sat in a bath of just water, no bubbles.
Yes.
Probably with his water alongside him, face care regime, fully in the midst of that.
Yeah, and I opened the hotel room door. The bathroom door was half open, and then I was immediately greeted with, "Come in, come in." So I went to chat to him in the bath, which is lovely. And then this is what Rick had to say.
You destroyed me. Like, this job is so bloody hard. Right, I've got nothing left. Look at my nipple; it's bleeding. It's just brutal. I honestly feel destroyed. Why do I do this?
and then just. But then that was that was
the peak of pain.
But I do have another little. Yeah. This is a very short one, so hopefully this is interesting to everyone because it's entertaining me. But Rick said that he wasn't sure he was going to make the start line on the Sunday because he'd not been feeling very well.
Yeah.
But this is what I was dealing with at. Let's just see the timestamp on this video. This is at 11 p.m. on Friday night. See, the amazing thing is I can't even remember what we'd been talking about, Rick, but Rick was just laughing hysterically. There was no chance of me ever getting any sleep.
Why do you sound like a granny
like a hyena?
Yeah.
What a weekend.
It was. And Rick absolutely smashed his PB, which I am very proud of.
Yeah.
Are you going to smash your quizzing PB, mate?
Oh, yes. We better do that, haven't we? Yeah. We're 90 minutes in.
Right. So episode 99, it's time for the ultimate running quiz of the year. How this is going to work is that I wrote 10 questions and then Rick said that we're only allowed to do 5. So
quite rightly.
I've had to cut my questions down. We each have a buzzer for our audio listeners. This is my buzzer. This is Rick's buzzer. And this is Andy's buzzer. I think they're all quite, relative to our personalities.
Yeah. Siren.
So we're going to take it in turns to ask our 5 questions. Producer Owen is going to keep score so that there's no repeat of Rick cheating like it happened last time.
2023.
Well, you shouldn't be cross about him cheating. The way he cheated was just giving you extra points.
Rick's going to keep score today.
So Rick's going to do his 5 questions for me and Sarah. Then Sarah's going to do her 5 questions for Rick and I. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to do my 5 questions.
I'm excited about this.
So the maximum score for any of us is 10.
And it's running related, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, I took out a bonus point question.
Yeah, I mean, kind of. Right, okay, here comes my 5 questions.
And it's just first to answer.
No, first to buzz.
First to buzz,
okay. Buzz is at the ready.
So is it buzz and then shout, or buzz and then you're going to say go to us to give our answer?
If they get it wrong, Because
Then I think you can go to the second person.
Okay,
Just
all
in
right.
case.
So
Okay,
is it like you only get one chance to answer
Yeah.
it? Right.
you only get one
okay.
chance. Okay, so make sure, so don't just unnecessarily buzz.
No pressure.
Okay, question number 1
Okay.
from me.
Who's the best running channel presenter? Rick. No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who won the mixed 400 meter relay at the Olympic Games this summer? Andy.
The Netherlands.
Correct.
No.
Femke Bol.
Femke Bol.
Yeah.
Wow. Question number 2 from me. How many park runs have I completed?
Oh, Sarah.
98.
Wrong. Andy.
Oh, 99.
Wrong.
Oh,
97?
we can't keep going, surely. One question.
No one got that. 93.
Oh, you're
Would it-
miles away.
I know. I thought I was.
Not miles away. It's done very
Yeah,
well.
I know.
What
I thought.
happened?
I don't know.
I thought you were going to be at 100 by Christmas.
Well, I was trying to work out whether it was going to be 100 park runs or 100 episodes of the podcast first, but
Right.
it turns out the
100.
pod wins.
For sure. Because this is episode 99.
This is 99.
Okay, right.
Okay,
fine.
right. Question number 3. From the single "The Last Man on Earth,"
Oh, God.
available everywhere. what type?
Wanted nowhere.
What type of songs was I playing?
What type of
What type of songs? I was
Playing sad songs.
no,
Playing sweet songs.
Ooh, not far. No,
I don't.
Play-
it's a genre of music.
Oh,
What type of songs?
rock songs?
Playing blues songs.
Correct.
Oh.
Yes!
Correct.
So disappointed that I knew that answer.
Yeah, you should be. I think you should get minus points for being such a suck up to
Hey,
Rick.
you
You bought him
guys,
a t-shirt with his own face on, and
you
you know
guys,
the lyrics to
you
his
guys
song.
must have enjoyed a little teaser of Undercarriage Carnage while we were in Malaga.
Oh,
my
yeah.
goodness.
Look, we need to save that for a whole other
Okay,
episode.
all right.
Yeah, Rick
All right.
has a follow-up single.
Yeah.
To,
And
actually,
an
no, it's a whole
album.
EP, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many tracks on the EP?
6.
6.
My goodness.
Yeah.
So 6, and if they're about 3 or 4 minutes, that's going to be, 24 minutes of my life I'm not going to get back.
Correct. Correct.
Okay.
Anyway, question number 4. Who asked the first question to Kelsey Price on TRC Meets? Sarah.
Me.
Good. You're right.
Yeah!
Right, okay, brilliant.
Yeah. Episode's out now. Very interesting conversation.
It's truth, it was. Yeah. Wow, that was a mind blower.
Very,
Rewind.
very
Go
cool.
and watch that, or listen to that. Okay. Here's my 5th question. Gavi is a region of Italy.
Running related, yeah?
It produces fine wine. But what percentage of alcohol makes up the majority of white wine, including the one behind you?
13%?
No.
11%.
Oh my God, you're both so close.
12%?
No, but you're like,
10%.
14%?
it's got a point in it.
13.5%? 12.5%?
12.5.
Andy, I'm going into Andy. 12.5%.
So is that the average alcohol content of a bottle
of
of
white
wine?
wine? Yeah. 12.5%.
Because red wine's a bit stronger, isn't it, usually?
It's about 14, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, that concludes my questions. Thank you for taking part.
Oh,
Well,
so
they were
some pure
almost
guesswork
all
at the end there.
running related. Okay, right. So what were the scores on the doors, Owen? 2-2.
2 points each because we didn't get one of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
was all to play for.
I'm
Okay.
excited to be on the end of things.
All right, so I'm going to know my score before I get to read it out to you guys, aren't I? So,
Yeah.
so I'm going to know what I finish with.
Okay, ready? First question.
2 out of 5 is not great, but okay. Oh, I'm
You're
nervous.
You're gonna hate this.
Oh, good.
What date is Gabby Thomas's birthday?
November the 2nd.
No.
Are we looking for just date of the year?
This
I'll
is
give
really
you a
hard.
point for month, but if you get the day as well.
Well, how am I possibly going to know that?
Do I get a point for November?
No.
It's not November.
The
Not
2nd of
November.
April,
No.
5th of June.
No.
This is a stupid question.
August.
No.
Worst thing. You know, people have got to
Only
listen to this when
7
we
months
record.
left, guys.
March?
No.
January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October,
That's
November,
not
December.
fair.
December.
Thank you very much. Yep.
That is not
I don't
fair.
think Andy should get a point for that.
Well,
it
that's exactly
was.
what you did for the alcohol. We were just shouting at the...
You got the point.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I definitely think I should get a point for that. Yeah.
That is a really hard question.
Gabby Thomas's birthday is the 7th of December.
Right. There
And
you
I'm
go.
guessing
1996.
about mid-90s, I was going to say. So I was
Yeah.
going to
Yeah.
close to that.
Okay.
I think the year would have been a better question,
Okay, sorry.
but it's okay.
Next year,
Yeah,
I'll do that.
Yeah.
We're getting.
Me, I got December.
No one gets a point for that.
No one gets a point
for reading the months of the year.
Also, you were
congratulations.
very uncomplimentary about
your
the question,
education.
so I don't think you should get a point.
Yeah.
I would say it's good quizzing. But
Okay, now let's see whether Andy's caught up.
Okay.
How far was producer Owen's ultramarathon race?
50 kilometres.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Rick.
good. I didn't know that. And he just got to the buzzer first.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I listened, whereas you guys just talked over Owen and you let him on the podcast.
I met a lady.
I couldn't possibly comment. Yeah, all right.
Which you've done as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I met a lady on the finish line with an England shirt in Malaga. I can't remember her name. She was from Surrey.
Yeah.
She's very nice.
What's the point?
She said,
How is this related
she said that Sarah talks over us all the time. There you go.
Ooh, controversial.
Yeah.
Bear in mind she's reading the
She'd have a
questions
word. She'd have a word.
right. Have a word with Sarah.
Well,
Yeah.
now you have, and it will make
No,
a
she's only
zero
teasing.
difference.
She's only
Yeah.
teasing.
All right. Okay, now this one I will accept to the nearest minute.
Okay.
Okay.
2 minutes.
I think she'd lose a point for that.
Literally hate you so much. Okay, what was the average finish time of all participants in the 2024 London Marathon? Rick.
Total minutes, or can I say hours?
Are we just going to
and
go
then
who's
minutes?
closest?
Well, like
or-
hours and minutes, but you can round
The
it up to the
average finish time, I think, was 3 hours 46.
average finish. Oh, sorry, Andy.
4:24.
Oh, we're going to have to go to Andy as the closest guess.
Okay.
It was 4:27:30.
Oh, that's pretty close.
Oh, wow.
Very
I'm
close.
well out. Okay.
You're what, 3:40.
But I
Rick,
just thought with all- I
you're
thought
such
the-
an elitist. Come on, mate.
I am
Yeah.
can I just apologise for that answer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. Now, this is thinking ahead to 2025, which hopefully we will be attending this event. What date in September do the World Athletics Championships start in 2025?
I definitely got there first.
You did, yeah.
Rick?
Well,
But do you know the answer?
He's just having a guess.
Yeah.
well, no, I do, because we've discussed going, and I know the week it is,
Yeah.
but
Week commencing the
2nd of September.
incorrect, Andy.
Oh, I was going to go the 13th of September.
Correct.
Oh, God, I haven't got a point yet.
Very good.
This is great. This is a
very,
good round for
very
me.
good. Yeah,
13th
World
of
Athletics
September.
Championships. Get excited. It's in Tokyo next year.
Japan.
We
Yeah.
have every intention of being there to do another rendition. Well, obviously it won't be called 10 days in. We're just going to stick with it. 10 days in 10 days in
10 days in
Tokyo.
Paris.
10 days in
days in
Tokyo.
Oh, sorry. I thought we said call it 10 days in Paris in Tokyo.
Part 2. Yeah. 10 days
I've
in
always
Paris,
wanted
part
to
2.
go to Japan. Yeah. Let's go.
Good story, mates.
You know the times where I don't cut you in? It's just when I'm like, oh, I can't even be bothered.
Yeah, the
Andy,
lovely lady that you met where Sarah
have
talks
to find
over
out
you.
her
It's just
name.
because you're talking nonsense.
Okay, final question from me.
Right.
Play along at home.
Ooh.
Rick, concentrate.
Sorry.
Yeah,
What
put your phone away.
was the final athletics event at the 2024 Olympics? Oh, Andy.
The men's marathon.
No.
I mean, I haven't got a clue, but the final event, I'm going to say, was the women's
Yeah.
100 meters?
No, it was the women's
4x1.
marathon.
Women's marathon.
Okay.
Hang on, let me verify.
No, you could be right because one of the I know it was one of the marathons because it was the marathon. Then essentially get their medals presented. Is it at the closing ceremony?
Yeah.
Oh, damn it!
Producer Owen is verifying my question
I thought I knew it was one of the marathons, but
because we went to go watch one of them, didn't we?
yes, we did.
Owen says I was correct. Excellent. I need to stop doubting
I was
myself
doubting
when
myself.
you think I'm wrong.
No, I was doubting myself.
I was like,
'cause
oh,
I
Andy
was-
doesn't think I'm right.
we
My
were
question
there.
must be wrong.
Oh, that was a good question. I'm annoyed with myself.
Very cool. Very, very cool. Okay.
Well done.
Owen scores on the doors.
It's not going to look good.
Ooh, yeah.
Andy's on 5. I'm on 2,
She's
but
only
I
had
wasn't
one
in the
round,
last
yeah.
round.
Yeah.
Rick. 0.
This is not looking good.
Well, he's not on 0
for
overall, is
Rick.
he?
Yeah, I'm on 0.
Oh yeah, because you only
We've only done
right.
one round.
Okay.
That was an absolute.
So
So,
Sarah needs,
you,
if Sarah wins 3 of these 5, it gets 3 of these 5. Then
if Rick wins 5, then we're gonna have to think of a
Yeah.
tiebreaker.
But you know what? I do know the name of the person who I met at the finish line. Lisa. Lisa from Surrey.
Hey Lisa.
Hey,
Yeah,
Lisa.
Yeah.
No, Sarah, you don't get to say hello.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Don't talk
Lisa.
over us,
I'm
please.
Lisa, I'm so sorry. I'll keep quiet. I promise.
Okay. Question number 1. Is Sarah's marathon time, her personal best, closer in time to Andy's or Rick's?
Rick's.
Incorrect.
Andy's.
No!
Yes.
I had no idea what yours was, so I just had faith in you.
Yeah. So I'm not going to reveal what Rick's time is for his one marathon because I'm hoping he's going to go and do another one in 2025. But yes, your time is quite a lot closer to my personal best.
I think it was 5 days, 6 hours.
Yeah, so there we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thought you'd
Good
enjoy
question, Andy. Well done.
That was a good question.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's the comeback. 5 in a row coming up.
5 in a row. What did Louis Gillavert do in the Olympic Stadium that caught people's attention after his race? Yes.
Backflipped off of the steeplechase jump badly.
Yes, absolutely correct.
Although, did he complete his backflip? Or no?
I think he landed in the water, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right, fine.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't look very comfortable, but it was quite a moment.
Yeah.
Good job, Sarah.
Well done,
We
Sarah.
were all there for that.
Five in a row.
Oh, Rick looks...
Oh,
no.
no. It's okay. There
Oh,
might
no.
be a
Okay,
bonus
it's
round.
Christmas.
Sarah's got 2 of these, hasn't she? So it means you're 1 point behind me now. So, Rick, come on.
Yep.
You need to get these last 3. Although I do feel like I'm now regretting my question choice. So, question number 3. What was the most watched video on the running channel in 2024? Okay, Sarah.
I should know this. I'm going to go with this is what a sub 20-minute 5K looks like.
Bingo! Correct.
I mean, to be honest with you, that is actually impressive that you got that.
Which is a fraudulent title because Andy not only runs a sub 20-minute 5K, he runs a sub 19-minute 5K.
And a sub 18 minute.
But both of those
And a
are...
sub 17 minute.
No. But that would still be sub 20, correct? So
Yeah,
it's not
it would.
fraudulent.
True, I see,
True.
What were you going to say, Rick?
I was
Something with yourself in it.
Oxford half marathon.
No, I was going to say I thought it was one of our challenges did quite well, but I couldn't remember which one.
Oh, yeah, we've had lots of... I mean, there are lots of good videos, I think. We're biased a little bit there. Okay.
Our drawing challenge, didn't that one do quite well?
Oh, the Strava art.
Strava art.
When you did very well, Rick.
You did do very well.
Okay, question number 4. Who became
It's
the
won
first...
something this year.
What did he say?
At least I won something this year.
Yeah. Oh. Well, you definitely didn't win the listening prize.
Oh.
Who became the first ever female finisher at the Barclay Marathons earlier this year? Rick.
Jasmine Paris.
Correct.
Oh, that was it.
Correct.
I couldn't remember the name.
Oh
I
my
was like,
goodness.
I can see her face. I can see her holding onto the gate. Oh.
Okay. Okay, so what
5, 4, 2.
5,
Okay.
4, 2.
Oh God, it all rests on this final question.
This is tense. This is tense. Andy on 5 points, Sarah on 4, Rick on 2. One more question, and there are 2 answers required here. You need both of them to be correct. So
does that mean you get 2 points? So I could win if I get both?
No, it's 1 point.
All right.
They both need to be correct.
Okay.
And I think if one of you, well, we'll have to work out if one of you only gets one of them, what we do then. Owen can come up with some kind of tiebreaker.
Okay.
So, Sydney has just become the 7th marathon major, but which 2 cities are in line to the 8th and 9th?
Cape Town and Shanghai.
I knew
Sarah
that.
for the win! Sarah for the win. Good quizzing. She got in there early before it even really finished the
Well
question.
done, Sarah.
Thank you so
That
much.
was impressive.
Yeah, and we met. I'm going to give a big shout out to Michael and Liz, who we met from South Africa, and they were trying to
they were
encourage us to
lovely.
come over to the Cape Town Cape Town Marathon this year.
Yes.
So, what's that mean the scores are, Owen?
So Andy and Sarah are neck and neck on 5 each.
So 5 each from me and Sarah. And what did Rick get?
Oh.
Oh. So we just had a little pause there while we decided, or Rick decided, what the tiebreaker for us would be. But he was quite obsessed with actually finding out how many, because this could have been the tiebreaker question, which it isn't, is how many streams Last Man on Earth now stands at.
Well, I actually
And what's the answer? Because you look very happy when you looked at the results.
67,000.
Stop it.
That can't be real.
Okay, whoever's got it on repeat, please now turn it off.
Yeah.
You don't have to listen to it anymore. His Christmas has been made.
67,000.
Yeah.
What?
That must be a
ridiculous.
mistake.
Well, I would agree.
Be
Yeah.
a mistake.
But anyway,
You sure it's not 6?
No, 67,000.
Wow. Okay, and then the actual question.
they're all from North London.
yeah. Wow. Okay. So here's the tiebreak question.
Yeah.
Who won gold in the 100-meter women's final at the Paris Olympics? I think that was
Julian
just...
Alfred.
No.
Andy. And that is the correct answer. Julian Alfred.
Oh,
do you know where she's from?
Trinidad and Tobago.
St. Lucia.
No,
St. Lucia.
St. Lucia.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
well
if
done.
only there had been a bonus point.
Yeah. Fantastic. Well done, guys. Should we do some questions?
Yeah, just some very quick ones, and they're not necessarily really questions this time, are they? But there's definitely a question in there in this first one, Rick.
Could we just cover some news quickly?
Oh.
I just want to quickly touch on Sports Personality of the Year.
Oh, yes.
Which happened the day before we recorded this.
Yeah.
Huge congratulations to Keely Hodgkinson.
Yeah,
and
800-meter superstar from Team GB.
Yeah, and the 4th female in a row to win Sports Personality of the Year.
That's pretty cool.
Which is very cool.
I think there was only 2 women nominated out of the 6.
Yeah, she looked really emotional when she picked it up, actually.
Yeah. And also
cool.
a big shout out because you don't...
Coaches.
Her coaches, who I know really well.
Coaches of the year, weren't they?
Yeah, and Trevor Painter and Jenny Meadows, who are a couple as well as being her coach.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. And Trev coached Jenny for her career, and they were always on the same trips as me. They are incredible people who work incredibly hard. And also, Jenny, throughout her career, ran 800 meters. She won multiple medals at various global championships, but was often behind people who subsequently tested positive for doping. A lot of the kind of Russian state-sponsored doping era, particularly women's 800 meters, really impacted her career. So for her to kind of not only stick with athletics and not get like kind of...
When you say she was behind, as in she came in the race behind those people, not she was behind them.
She was behind
them. I mean.
Yeah, no, she wasn't the mastermind.
Exactly, she was behind them. She ran in behind them.
She's had multiple subsequent bumps up the list, or upgrades in medals.
Well, it's like you, mate. I think you're going to end up with a gold medal someday.
Well, who knows? I think, in a way, luckily, a little bit for Jenny, that like stuff came out during her career where you at least get some recognition. Because I think once a statute of limitations passed, which it probably has done for mine, it'd be very hard to kind of prove anything.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well done, Keely.
Very well done. Right, on to some questions.
So today's question is from someone who was in Malaga with us called Becky last weekend. I wanted to say a big thank you for the inspiration and support that you've given as I took on my first ever marathon. I decided to run a marathon in Malaga after being inspired by you all over the last year. I bounced up to Jess at the start line. "Thank you for your calming words," she said. And I shouted, "Running channeler Andy." Do you remember this?
Yes, I do, yeah.
At the quarter and half marathon points. She says you were very good at cheering her on, actually.
Yeah, I did. Give her a shout back.
What did you shout?
Good job, buddy.
Good job, buddy.
Almost certainly good job, buddy.
I never imagined a marathon would be possible for me. And here I am, one done, finished and enjoyed, and a place in Berlin Marathon in the bag for next year.
Nice.
Could I have a question on the podcast? How on earth do you manage start line nerves and crazy marathon madness? I was so nervous at the start and struggled with the safety pins and the bib number combo. And at the 41st kilometre, I honestly thought it was all an elaborate lie, that the finish line didn't exist and I'd be trapped into running forever. Any tips to prepare me for Berlin? And finally, while it was excellent seeing you all at the race, seeing the full crew in the spa as well as Andy at the airport. My God, she really did. Yeah. She was right in your eyelash. I really felt like I'd stepped into an alternative universe of Malaga run by TRC. I hope you all enjoyed your Malaga adventure. Well, we did, Becky, and thank you for that lovely email.
Yeah, and the answer to the question is that I can't pin my own bib on my T-shirt or vest when I'm wearing it at a race because I'm too nervous to be able to handle that. So I have to pin it on the night before or before I even get there when I'm not wearing the thing I'm pinning it to.
Right.
It's become a bit of a joke at the running channel. That's part of my routine.
Well, you can't pin it on when your shirt is on, when your T-shirt's on.
Yeah, when I'm physically wearing the thing I need to pin it to. I really struggle to do that, both with the coordination, but also just I'm so nervous, my hands are shaking and stuff.
I find it a lot easier to pin it to myself when I'm wearing it than when I'm not wearing it.
Andy also showed us a horrific image of someone who had pinned it to themselves.
Yeah.
I
think it was New York Marathon. They had no shirt on and they'd pinned their bib number to their skin.
It makes my skin
so the reassurance to you, Becky, is that that feeling of nerves is good. Like obviously it can feel a little bit debilitating, but I always feel that that's my chance to run well because if I'm not nervous, then I don't care about it, and I put all this hard work into it. So a little bit of nerves is good. One
other tip is now that you've kind of been through the process once, or like even all of the information of kind of what the race day routine or the plan will be on the website of whatever race you signed up to, or if you're doing it. So we went out with Sports Tours, they do a race briefing and you can ask all the questions you want. Once you know what the plan of the day is, you can kind of like work it out. Like I know some people will literally make spreadsheets of race day so that you are literally just following a formula and you have like rehearsed it in your head and you know it so well that it kind of removes all of those nerves because you know what's coming next. So even if it is like, right, okay, I've pinned my bib on the night before, then on the morning, I'm going to wake up, I'm going to go for a wee, I'm going to have a shower, I'm going to put my clothes on, then I'm going to walk to the start, then I'm going to, if you literally just plan it all out, then all you're doing on that race morning is just taking off all of the steps and it becomes a little bit less daunting because you've removed all element of kind of doubt.
Yeah,
or risk
I think
or
sports
questioning.
tools kind of helped that because they got us to the start line about 3 hours early. So like we were,
I loved that bit though. That was good.
That for me was perfect because I arrived, I went to the toilet, I had time to warm up, I had time to faff. Meanwhile, Rick stood there for half an hour and then ended up in a massive queue for the toilet. So you you did it the full wrong way around.
Poor planning. The only thing you got to watch out for is what's happened to me before is I often didn't put my race vest on until like right before I was about to start.
So really?
Because I didn't want it to be all sweaty from warming up and stuff.
Oh, I see.
And then occasionally having done it as a flat layer, whatever, the night before, I'd have pinned through both layers of fabric.
Pin the front to the back.
Yeah, exactly. So then you go to get it on and you can't get your hands through it, and then you've got to frantically repin it. So that's not great. So check that before you put it in your bag.
Yeah.
And I think it was just the hype man at Malaga as well. Might not be like that in Berlin. He was very passionate about his job.
Yeah, but you did a great job. Really proud that you've got out there and done it. And thank you for such a lovely email.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. I've got a little request to ask.
Oh, is it to be one of the extra 67,000 streams of
no,
Last
mate,
Man on Earth?
this is on topic. You'll like this one. If you like our podcast, we want to make it even bigger and better in 2025. So take this podcast and send it to one person who you think would like it too. And we'd really appreciate that.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week.
Have a wonderful Christmas if you're celebrating, and we will see you afterwards. Bye.